What's up, everybody? This is your girl, Honey, the host with the most, and I am joined today with my beautiful friend, Vix, who's always in the mix. And you are now tuned in to Honey's Closet, where we talk about any and everything. So you know what you got to do, right? You got to grab that cocktail, water, juice, whatever it is you drink, and come sit, chat, and chill with us.
What's the trending topic? Who got the ears to the gossip? Which radio station is the hottest? And if it's sweet like honey, then I got it. If you don't tune in, then you're wrong. Honey, cause I know what's really going on. So tell me something good, tell me something good. You better turn up the volume in every hood. Which clubs really poppin'? Who clothesline rockin'? Which shows that I be watching?
You know what? I got to get better with the song and how I do it. I'm working on it though. But anyways, what's up?
Hey.
Let's toast to another show.
Oh, am I supposed to drink it, huh?
Oh, you don't have to. I'm just so
I had a few before, that's why. I'm all right.
Did you? I haven't had anything.
I can have a whole bottle. I've had a whole bottle.
You know what? I haven't even really eaten today. I think I had 2 slices of bacon this morning, and then I went to the store because I have DJ, and then we got ice cream sandwiches, and I had that, and then I think I had chips, and I'm literally sitting here eating chips and French onion dip right now.
Well, I have 4 pieces of pizza. I know, right? What am I doing? No. Anyway, yeah.
So anyways, welcome everybody to Honey's Closet, where we talk about any and everything, and we have some really good topics today. We're going to talk about basically, just respecting other people's agendas. Things cannot go one way. And we're going to be referencing, is it the LBG or LGBTQ community and stuff like that. And I'll get into it in disclaimer. We on this show, and I think I can speak for me and Vix both, have nothing against anybody, regardless of their religion, creed, sexuality, whatever, political stance. I don't care what you do. You only live this, and you only have one life, one chance at life, and you better live it to the fullest. But it has to be done with respect, and that goes for anyone, whether it's the L. I have to get that right. The LGBTQ.
LB. Oh my God, LBG.
I have it written down somewhere, but yeah, and it's you have to have respect no matter who you are, and it's just you just respect everybody, and we have to meet each other halfway. It's not fair to want to have something your way, and it has to be just all the way your way, and so we.
So what's bringing this on, honey?
I'm gonna tell you. We're gonna talk about that later on, and I have I think one of the wildest, probably not necessarily wildest. Last week's was pretty wild, but crazy email back questions that we could possibly get. This one is. I want everybody's opinion, and again, I did not tell you about this one because I want you to be completely surprised. Because I just feel like I need to start sharing the emails with you prior because this is crazy. And so that we're just gonna get into it. But before we get started, what we do, we talk about what's going on around the world from your hood to Hollywood. And so Kanye again.
We are too much. Kanye is getting way too much publicity. I'm sorry. Go ahead. What you got to say about him?
The reason why I brought it up again this week is because I don't know what Kanye's doing, but some of his little rapper friends now are approaching, or so this one, I forgot his name. I gotta get I brought my big girl glasses out today, guys.
No,
I look like Mrs. Blue. I need to redo my hair. I'm looking a hot mess.
How do you think I feel? Look at this. But anyway, I'm here. Yeah.
His name is Theophilus London.
Okay.
So he went into a restaurant where D.L. Hughley was having dinner with his family and supposedly made some comments to him about leaving Kanye alone. And he made it seem like there was some, like he kind of basically, put that fear into DL, and that DL called the police on him. And DL came out and said that the restaurant security is who came. Like, he didn't have anything to do with it. But what happened was, I guess DL had got up to go to the bathroom, and the guy said something to him, and DL said something back, and they broke it up. Or I don't think it was going to be a confrontation necessarily, but these little rappers that I see out here today, they're constantly trying to act like they're so freaking big and bad, and they're gonna confront somebody, and y'all better leave these damn people alone.
People are getting killed. People get killed. Over something. What is that? His little messenger? He sent him in there to go and handle his business for him, to say something. His spokesman. What's the deal? And then you did it in front of somebody's family. You're disturbing people in front of their family. Come on. Come on.
Yeah. And it's really, really, really getting to the point where I don't know if y'all think these rappers are afraid of y'all, or these comedians and other people are afraid of
anybody.
Rappers, or y'all think y'all so tough. Let me tell you something. The hardest mofo can get taken down. You better stop walking up to people and trying to confront them. And you have what's the boot? Soulja Boy. So Soulja Boy came out trying to threaten or say, demand that Pete Davidson apologizes to Kanye. First of all, I'm going to say this. And I hope that somebody who knows somebody can show this to all these little rappers and Kanye or whoever. I stand behind what I say. I'm not these little punk rappers that be hiding behind social media and stuff. Y'all, first of all, you all are men. To stand up and be protecting or defending another man sounds very bitch-like to me.
That's what I said. What is this? His soldiers, his little messengers, his spokesman?
No, that's more the message, y'all little bitch, like Kanye, y'all dude or something, and y'all running up like, leave my man alone.
Protect him.
That is, that y'all acting real bitch made to me. Where I come from, the old school, it's real bitch made to me. Second, you think that, and what annoys me with it is we already get a bad rap as Black Americans, that we try to intimidate people, and people are scared of us. Not everybody's scared of us. And people, Pete Davidson, and I'm not saying I don't know him, they might got people too. And I don't know if he's Italian or what he is, but them damn Italians, they got mafia ties. Y'all better leave these people alone, right? It could just be somebody who's not afraid of you. And Soulja Boy ain't but about 60 pounds. Dude, knock it off. These guys, like, I see these guys, and the only fear that they can put on anyone to me is they pull a gun out. You don't frighten nobody. If you would head up with people, you would get your ass whooped. Okay. Now you can pull out a gun and shoot somebody. That doesn't make you a man, makes you a coward. To shoot someone makes you a coward. Okay. So all you guys jumping up, attacking, trying to, confront DL and Pete and demanding apologies. Kanye doing y'all like he's sticking y'all that good? No disrespect to the gay community. But is he really doing it that good that y'all is out here demanding apologies for Kanye West?
He must just want attention, honey. Maybe he just wants attention, publicity. I don't know. Maybe he needs some more records sold or whatever he's doing, and he's just making some kind of, what?
Kanye,
attention, I don't know.
Kanye has a following, and that's the scary part, that he literally has like a cult following, my opinion. Do I think he's a great rapper? Absolutely. I think that he could pretty much do anything he wants to, and he's already successful. He's already mega
That's what I'm saying,
rich.
right?
Why are you
focusing your energy on this? Focus your energy on your art, on your, do what you do. Why are you letting this kind of stuff just fill up your mind and your spirit and your soul? Why?
Because Kanye's a narcissist. And narcissists cannot lose. They refuse to lose. So when they lose, they fight back in other ways. And then they don't know how to deal with it. They don't know how to deal with loss, and he's also self-righteous to me.
Mm-hmm.
So like, first of all, the man thinks he's Jesus. I have no respect for anyone who thinks they're Jesus. Like, dude.
Where'd that come from? What makes you say that?
because he calls himself Jesus or something. Like he thinks he's, if you listen to stuff he says in his Sunday services and things that he puts out there, he think he's something. He think he was at the Last Supper.
Oh my God.
He thinks he's something and you're not, and you're just and it makes us look bad. Dude, back off. Kim, here's a funny thing about it. These men act like they don't want these women and they're leaving and I'm doing this, and then when the woman is like, okay, well, you know what? Bye. You want out? I'm gonna give you out. So I'm gonna move on with my life.
Give you what you want. Yep.
Then you be mad. You got your goons and people fighting your
Yeah,
battle.
you want somebody to chase you and beg you and cry. That's what it is.
And we see this in everyday life. People want out of a situation, or they don't want to be in a situation, and then the person finally gives you what you want, and then you mad. Well, isn't that what you asked me for?
He thought he was just gonna hurt her. That's what it was, right?
Absolutely. And then because he was begging her. He was just on a stage before the divorce and was begging her, I want my family back. But she got with Pete, and Pete is probably giving her that fun everyday life. You don't.
All that drama's gone. You know what? I think that's sad though. I mean, it's a little, like when you're with somebody and you want this little family thing so bad, right? Then you get it and you're like, okay, I'm kind of bored. Like I'm bored, or things aren't going the way you got to keep the spice going and stuff. So things just start going downhill. You start, wanting that excitement and you get it somewhere else. That's instead of speaking up and saying it, right? Hey, I need this, I need that. And the other person actually listening to you.
Yeah. Well, it's sad, but I just want Kanye to stop.
That's crazy.
I think Kanye
can get somebody hurt doing
talented artist. I think he needs to go ahead and give it up and realize that the marriage is over. My braids are literally getting on my nerves. The marriage is over.
I was gonna let Toddy have her. She's calling me. I was gonna have her opinion on here, but I didn't want to put her on the spotlight like that.
Oh, put her on the spot. But
I should.
He needs to stop. He needs to
yes,
stop.
for sure.
He needs to stop. I don't know about your gas prices in Texas. I think we discussed this, but
no, out there, you guys are crazy. I think out here is like $4.
Okay.
And they think it's crazy. They're like,
well,
oh my
try
God, it's
$6.39.
I'm like, no. How much is it?
$6.39 again.
Woo! I thought it was like 5 or almost 6, but I didn't know it was 6. Oh, they're crazy.
$6.39 for 80. Is it 89? What's the middle one? 89?
80. Yeah, middle one's 89.
So our governor, Gavin Newsom, or whatever his name is I guess proposing to give us, everybody who's a registered car owner, $400.
Oh, really?
For gas or something, and I guess it's a 2-car minimum, so you can get up to $800 for gas.
Man, people that don't even drive. Okay.
But how about this? How about you just figure out how to lower the damn gas? Lower the damn gas.
That's crazy.
Figure it out. Like, you can't even go anywhere. People can't even afford to go anywhere now because gas is so high.
It's ridiculous.
It's so ridiculous, but it is what it is. So, but as I say that, I'll be waiting for my $400 check.
Yeah. Even if I don't go nowhere. Hey, is it a check? A direct deposit?
I don't know. Send me my phone. It's gonna cost what it's gonna cost to fill up your car in a minute. Like, if it doesn't stop, it's ridiculous.
Summer's coming, so yeah, it's probably gonna go higher. Yep.
Yeah,
because they know you want to go places and you're gonna pay it.
Yeah, we're gonna end up losing though. We don't get a handle on this because people are not gonna be able to afford to go to work, or only go to work. They're not gonna
I think that's part of it, probably, because it's like, hey, people are working from home, so they're like, okay, when you do go somewhere, we're gonna make sure you got to pay for it, because people work from home and they're not doing all that kind of stuff like they used to, driving all that traffic and everything. But it's pretty bad still. Traffic's pretty bad, actually, still, though. So, yeah.
Yesterday, our first annual Unite with Autism Walk. I got my shirt on.
Oh, yes. How was it?
At Redondo Beach. It was amazing. But we have, I live like an hour away from Redondo Beach. And so, but normally I used to work in LA. Mm-hmm. Driving back 15 years ago was like maybe an hour, 15 minutes to get to LA, right? With traffic, maybe 2 hours. It took me like almost 4 hours to get home yesterday on a Sunday.
What? Oh my God.
I'm over it. I'm over driving in California. I'm over it. it's just so now we got to fill up our cars, and it's going to cost us $100 to go anywhere, and then we got to sit in traffic for 4 hours just to go. It doesn't make any sense.
Like, I'll
It
just
doesn't
stay
make any
home.
sense. It doesn't.
Shoot. Yeah, it's pretty bad. The traffic's pretty bad out here too. These people are crazy. These people drive like maniacs. Okay, I thought LA was bad. They're scary. They're like on a high speed, like the speedway all the time because everything's a highway. So it's like speedway the whole time. They're honking at me. I'm like, I want to go home. Like, I still got California tags. I'm like, I don't
Oh,
like
they
it. I
probably
had
really
one
hate
day,
when you like
literally, I pulled
California girl
over.
on our freeway.
I pulled over and started literally crying. I was like, I don't want to be here. This is ridiculous. Yeah, they're like tailgating you and honking at you. I'm like, fuck these people.
I
So,
can't.
yeah.
You can't. So I don't like glasses, period, but I guess
I know I got some I was supposed to use to read, and I keep forgetting them and losing them. And
well, I bought these a long time ago, and I was like, do these look better? I just don't like glasses. I feel I look like somebody's nana, which I am.
That's how I feel. I'm like, I already look old enough. I don't need to put some glasses on, please.
So anyways, Raven Simone is in the
Yes, what's going on with that?
So Raven Simone and the cast of Raven's Home are among the Disney employees who participated Tuesday in a walkout protesting Florida's legislation that would restrict classroom instructions on sexual orientation and gender identity.
Okay, say that one more time.
Which part? The whole thing?
Yeah.
They walked out. They participated Tuesday in a walkout protesting Florida's legislation that would restrict classroom instructions on sexual orientation and gender identity.
So what are they teaching though? Like identity?
I guess, I don't know. It says on Instagram, Raven Simone shared a video of the Raven Home cast and executive producers expressing their support for, so they change this all the time, LGBTQIA.
Now, IA is, what is IA? I gotta look that up. I remember I read about it, but yeah.
Plus Disney staffers who organized a demonstration opposing the bill, which critics have labeled the Don't Say Gay bill. As a teen, Raven Simone starred in the hit channel series That's So Raven before returning for the revival as an adult. In the clip, Raven Simone calls the bill ridiculous, shouts, "We don't like it," and encourages viewers support the movement to block the legislation. So
okay, so what I'm trying to figure out is they are protesting to not put it in school or to put it in school? I mean, obviously they're saying they want it in school, I would think. Is that what you're trying to say?
I guess so. So first of all, let me say this. Again, disclaimer. We here on Honey's Closet do not discriminate against the LGBTQ and all the rest of the alphabets. Anybody, their sexual preference, their religion, we do not discriminate. Okay. What I will say, what gets me so angry with these platforms is that they want it to be one way. So we're gay, and you must support us as being gay, and you must support everything that we stand for. And if we say we want to have two women kissing in the world on nationwide TV in the classrooms, you need to be for that. And if you're not for that, then you're homophobic. And so basically, heterosexual lifestyles don't exist anymore. And to them, it should not exist because everything should be for gay rights. Well, guess what, my lovelies? There are people who do not believe in homosexuality, and they have a right not to believe in that as long as they respect you.
Right.
Right? You have strong Christians, Muslims, Jewish people who are not, in the Bible it said God created man and woman. That creation was to reproduce. The last time I checked, you cannot reproduce. I don't care if you put it in a soap dish, or oven, a water bottle.
Was the whole sole purpose, right? If we were all gay, then there would be no reproduction. We would just be extinct. It's not because you're saying, hey, well, some people don't believe in it, period, because they say it's against God and God's, law and all that. But you can't just act like heterosexuality doesn't exist anymore and we all got to do this and that. But I think it's mostly about people just want to be open to be who they are and not have anybody talk about you. But it is a little tricky because it's like, if you have if you are Christian, yeah, that's some tough stuff to talk about. We start talking about that, it's gonna. The only thing I'll tell you, the only thing that really bugs me, it really does bug me. I'm just gonna say it. I can't deal. They've changed it a lot with the bathrooms and all that kind of stuff, where they do kind of have it where you just have one bathroom and you just go in there, or all the bathrooms will have like doors. But it is a little nerve wracking. Like if you're saying, hey, if I'm going to identify as being a male, then I get to go in the male's restroom. If I'm identified as a woman, I get to go in the women's restroom. Yeah, but what if you're just pretending like you are? You could be a pedophile. That's the only thing that really bothers me. It's like you could be a pedophile and just saying that just so you can go in there. There's got to be some kind of a rule or law. If you're not, maybe I'll say sexually assigned, or maybe you've been changed, you're still physically male or physically female, even though you identify. It's like I cannot say that I am Chinese. I just can't.
Right.
Because I grew up with them. You know what I mean? You just have that's the only thing kind of scary to me. Is kind of like, okay, you still got to come up with some kind of a safe way to do this, you know, to where you still feel like you're not embarrassed because you don't want to go in the women's restroom if you're, you know, identifying as a man. But yeah, everybody has to be respectful, but you got to also be respectful of heterosexual people's rights too. They have their own opinion of how they want to live too. So it's a little, you got to come to some kind of agreement or some type of, I don't know. Bathroom cops, yes. Yeah.
Bathroom cops in my head.
You know what? You need those in there anyway.
Well, and you just hit, and this was actually our topic. Our topic was you know, basically talking about accepting and respecting each other's, you know, agendas and, you know, whatever. And so we might as well just get into it. We're already in a Raven doors. But the one thing you said was the bathroom thing. So do you know how many pedophiles will pretend to be?
Oh yes, this is an easy way. That's an easy way.
And molest children.
Mm-hmm.
So we got to be careful about that. How do we?
Sorry, my camera's acting up.
That's okay. How do we fix that? I don't know. I don't know how we fix that, right?
That's what I'm saying. You're gonna have to come up with some type of, and it's not offensive. We're not saying, oh my God, you can't identify. You're taking away my rights and all this. It's not that. It's safety reasons. I mean, because even men going into other men's restrooms, if they're a pedophile and they're looking for little boys, it's the same problem. You know, you gotta just, like you said, hey, who's that, Jed? He said bathroom cops. I'm serious, because it's a mess.
Well, here's the problem I have. When some of these groups, they don't think about the other side of it, and they choose not to think about it. It's only about what I want and what we're pushing. And if you don't go along with us, you're homophobic. So let me just say this really quick. Again, I love everybody, and I want you to live your best life. You only get one chance at this life. Live it to the fullest and be happy. Don't care what anybody say, but you have to have respect for one another.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm going to say, as I say that, I'm going to say this. You can't say this should be done, and anybody who doesn't agree with us is homophobic. No. There are people out here who are not homophobic, just don't believe in homosexuality.
Right, and that's their right to do it.
My child to grow up, get married. If you have sons, you want I'm a mother of 3 sons. I want my sons to marry a woman, have children, and live that life. Now, if my sons came back and said, hey, you know what, I'm gay, I love you, be happy. But is it wrong for me to say I want my son to get married to a woman and have children and be happy? No, it's not wrong. That doesn't make me homophobic. It's my preference. I don't want to be with a woman. There ain't nothing a woman can do for me. Nothing. If she don't have a ding-a-ling, she needs to go, and not a fake one she was born with. Okay, nothing you can do for me. But I don't hate lesbians. Be with each other.
But I think they're also, their whole point of it is, I don't know. That's what I was trying to ask you, what the bill is really about. Is it about discussing it and not setting a boundary? Like, okay, we're going to push in school that this is the way sexuality is supposed to be. See, they're big on freeing your mind and not making a child feel like they're, I guess, I don't know. I'm just assuming that's just kind of how I've gotten that they're trying to make it not seem like we're assigning, let's say pink goes to girls and blue goes to boys. And they don't want you to feel like a kid goes to school and they feel a little different than other kids. They don't want them to feel like there's something wrong with them. So let's just not assign anything to anybody. But that is not true life. You can't just say, I'm not going to say you're a boy. I'm not going to say you're a girl. That is what you are. Regardless if you identify, like you said, I'll embrace what you are. I love you still. But you are still physically, this is what you are. You're female and you're male. So it's okay though. Embrace who you are still.
You know how when a kid grows up and they your parents tell you you're going to go to school and be a doctor. But that kid might say, I'm going to grow up and be a surfboarder or something, right? What happened to allowing your kids to grow up and deciding what they want to be?
Well, that's what they're trying to say, though. That's what I'm getting at. They're saying don't limit them by putting them in a box saying we're going to assign a gender to. Don't use it at all. You're not going to use boy, girl. We're not going to use those.
We are born.
Those words,
but you can't. And that's when you're playing God. You can't go and change. You just had a little boy. He's born with the penis, so now he's not a boy. Come on, people. We cannot do that. If you have a kid and they're born a boy, they're born a girl, that's what they are. When they reach a certain age and they decide I'm gay, I'm identifying with being a gay man or a gay woman, then allow them to do that. Let them be free to be them. I don't want to see too much sex of man and woman, right? One of my favorite shows was Empire, right? Phenomenal show, but it got too sexual, like gay sex, and I'm like, whoa, like even certain movies where it's heterosexual sex, when it's too much, it's like, whoa, like this is our kids could be, now kids are surfing the TV. I don't want my grandsons turning on the TV seeing a man blowing another.
Well, they shouldn't be seeing any of it then.
Or a man,
this is what they're saying. Like,
I don't want to see that.
Right, but that's you. That's the problem.
I don't want my grandchildren.
Right, and they're saying it's not fair for you to do that. And it's kind of like, okay, well, then they shouldn't be seeing a lot of sexual stuff anyway if they're little kids. But then it's saying, hey, you know what? What if your kid's 5 years old and he decides that I am at this age decided that I want to be a girl now? Okay, now you're going to go to school and you got to say, well, hey, I'm going to dress in pink. Well, you can't do that. Why can't I? So they got this whole thing about you can't put these kids in a box when they're young. It's a tricky thing. I don't know. It's bigger than anybody can really.
It's not tricky, Vixx. Listen,
according to how they feel
you are. Let them grow up to be that.
But what if they're 5 years old? They're 5 and they say, I want to be a girl.
If they're 5 years old, most 5 years old is not worried about who they gonna be with. They worried about Tonka trucks.
No. We're not talking about that. They talking about not who they want to be with, but who they are. So
they don't know who they are at 5 years old.
It don't matter. I saw this show and they had these little kids. Okay, the little kid. I forgot the show. I should. If I would have known this, I would have looked it up. But it's these little kids. It's all these kids in school, and they are like 5 and 6 years old, and they are identifying that they are a different sex. And the parents are just saying, well, I'm not pushing them any direction. I'm letting them pick whatever they want to be. So the little boy goes to school. 1 year, he looks like a boy. The next year, in like second grade, he wants to be a girl. He's full on with his hair blonde and down to here, and he wears pink and pink's dresses.
And they say him that though.
They say they're not teaching him, but they say they're not teaching him. They say they're just letting him be.
If they're not teaching, a 5-year-old does not know.
Just telling you.
I get what you're saying, but realistically,
I'm just telling you what they're saying.
A 5-year-old does not know that they want to be a boy. Most 5-year-old, at least when I was growing up.
I'm gonna tell you this. That's because you know why? That's because you know you're a girl. If you thought you were really supposed to be a boy, then you would feel differently. But you were 5 years old. You knew you were a girl, right? You knew that you liked being girly and you wanted to be a girl.
Well, these people are.
They feel like that child feels like, no, I don't want to be a girl. I want to be a boy. I feel like I want to be a tomboy. When I was a kid, I was a tomboy.
Somebody's putting that in their head, though. A 5-year-old is not waking up saying, I'm 5 and I don't want to, I just.
It has nothing to do with them being 5. It has to do with them feeling like how strongly you know you're a girl.
How are they feeling that at 5 years old?
Because the same way you know you're a girl. You know you was a girl. Did you feel like a girl? Did you feel like you wanted to wear your hair?
When I was 5 years old, I didn't know nothing. I didn't care about candy.
Did you want to hang out with the boys? Did you want to wear boy clothes?
We ever had that thing of hanging. We just had friends. There was we just hung out with people.
But you still know if you like Barbie dolls and trucks?
Because my mom dressed my mother. I was a girl, dressed me as a girl.
Okay, well then maybe that's why you think you're a girl. But some of these kids, literally, they're like the parents. I'll say the parents are saying that they're letting the kid choose.
That's
Now,
bullshit.
you know what? It
That's
could be this
bullshit.
simple.
Nobody's no five.
I'll tell
I'm
you this.
sorry.
No, it could
I
be
don't
this
believe
simple.
a 5-year-old is growing up thinking, "Oh my God, I
If
just
they were
want to
born
be a
that way,
boy."
that's the you'd be
I don't. That's
surprised.
bullshit.
You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised.
I don't believe
Like
that.
even when I was a kid, I guess because my dad was very prominent in my life, right? So I lived with my dad, so I was a tomboy, but it was only because I wanted to be like my dad because I was around my dad. So if I was around my mother, I would want to look like my mother, put makeup on and all these kinds of things. But I didn't turn out that way. I grew out of it. I realized, okay, I'm a girl. But maybe the person that's the strongest in my life at the time, like you said, maybe their parents or I don't know. I don't know. But it's a
I don't know.
topic that
That's something in the damn sperm then, because ain't no when I was
I
coming
think
up.
you know what
I
I
had
think.
those
You know what I
problems.
think. I think sometimes it's all those medications that people take. Women sometimes we take birth control, we take depression medication, we take all these freaking weird things, and I don't know.
I hear what you're saying, but my stance is I believe they're being taught that
They
kids.
could be. I'm just saying they don't believe that.
5-year-old kid is not. I have a 5-year-old and a 7, 8-year-old grandsons. Both of them. They ain't worried about being no girl or boy. They just want toys and Nana. Can you buy me this and Nana? They're
But
not.
which toys do they want to play with?
They play with boy toys.
Exactly, because they're boys and they happen to think they're boys. But if they were different, they would want to pick the doll. I'm just telling you.
I gotta
I'm
read the
not saying what.
This
I'm
is-
not saying anything any way or another, but I'm just letting you know.
I don't believe that.
I'm just telling you.
Says my issue with the whole equality argument is tolerance doesn't mean I tolerate you, but you don't tolerate my beliefs. Plus, it is pretty hard refuting biology, their way or the highway. And we're gonna touch on that in a minute because I have something to say. Hey Moina, it's foolery. The world is falling. Lord help us.
Okay, we are.
I'm gonna go back to this. My whole reason for having this topic is saying to the I'm sorry, guys. I'm not trying to be disrespectful.
LBGT.
LGBTQ.
Oh my God. Let me write it down because I swear I'm bad.
LGBTQ community. I love
LGBTQ.
I want you to be happy. You deserve to be with whoever you want to be with. You have all the rights. I believe that you absolutely 100%. But this is where we have to meet. If there are older people who do not believe in man and man and woman and woman. They don't believe in it. And they have every right not to believe in it. And what you need, as long as they respect you, I don't believe in that. You know how they're beating up gays and attacking gays and all. Help send them to jail and burn them with the gasoline draws. You don't attack anybody. Everybody has a right to live their life. But you have to meet us halfway. So where I get angry about it is that you want us to accept you and you're gay and we want to do all this gay stuff and we want to dress our little 2-year-old boys as girls and we want to do all this stuff. And we're supposed to say, okay, and you want to come to the halfway line and cross over and scratch us out because they're really, in my opinion, trying to scratch out heterosexuals. You ain't going to take me nowhere. I'm always going to be a heterosexual woman. I love men. Sorry. What we need to do is that community needs to say, okay, we want you to respect us. We want you to allow us to be happy and live our lives and do what we want to do. And we meet here and we come and say, okay, I don't believe in, 2 men or 2 women, but I respect you and I want you to live your life. And we're meeting you here. So when I speak of heterosexual and my little boy is going to be a little boy, he's going to play with Tonka trucks. And I don't believe in letting him play with Barbie dolls because as soon as somebody comes out and says, my son is a boy, he's not playing with dolls. Oh, they're homophobic. No, bitch. We don't want our boys playing with dolls. And my mother used to always say when my brother's coming up, and he was little and I would have my dolls. He would come and get the dolls. You're a boy. You don't play with dolls. You play with trucks.
But you see what I'm trying to say to you? They believe.
Listen, I get that. I can't argue with that because
I'm just saying they believe you're suppressing children.
5-year-olds
That's the problem.
do not know nothing about being a girl.
You're right. You're right. I'm not arguing with you at all. I'm just trying to tell you
they're being taught.
They're believing that you. Okay, this is the problem, and I say this because I have a family member that is trans. So I see the trauma, I'll say, and the effect it has on them not being able to be who they are. And when I'm saying that is because as a kid growing up, okay, let's say my family member, their parent is like absolutely totally against this gay stuff. I mean, totally, right? Mm-hmm. So they dress the person a certain way. Like you're saying, don't play with dolls, play with trucks. You only do this, you only do that. So therefore the child, they feel in their community, if I'm speaking sort of for it, I think I understand a little bit, they feel like they're suppressing who the child really is. And they grow up with these psychological problems that they have suppressed who they are. They're unhappy on the inside. They're not free to be who they are. So you can't tell them not to do this or to just let them do what they're going to do and see what happens. That's where the problem. You say meet halfway, but where's the halfway? Nobody knows. Nobody knows.
You know what? That's bullshit. We do know. We don't
know.
Which
one? Tell me where it is.
Halfway means
what?
Okay, the gay community is, we want this is how it is. We want to do this, and we want you to respect us. But on the other hand, we respect who you are and that you're heterosexual and that you choose to, that you want your children or you don't want to be with the same sex or whatever. So we meet halfway and respect each other.
But that's not easy to do.
It is so easy.
No, it's not. When we're talking about kids, let's talk about kids. We're starting from kids. I'm just telling you, honey, I'm telling you.
I'm going to say this. I'm going to leave that part alone as you talk.
I'm just telling you.
When I was coming up, I remember you saying my back hurt. My mom said, you ain't got no back. You too young. You ain't got nothing. You are privileged. You ain't got to work. You got to go to school and come home.
But that's somebody telling you.
Okay, but listen, so you're telling me that there are idiots out here that are not teaching their kids how to be children, that you're so focused on the sexual part of it?
They're saying that they are allowing them to be children.
Not boys or girls?
You just said that you would tell your child not to play with dolls. You're not supposed to play with dolls. That's a setting and a boundary for them and mentally is what they're saying. They're trying to say, don't say anything. Let them do what they're going to do. That's what they're saying. Now, I'm not saying I agree with it one way or the other. I'm just telling you on a point of view of how they feel that you are starting to, you're doing the same thing. You're teaching your kid to do a certain thing too. Now, it's the same thing as you telling your kid to, yes, sure, Tommy, go ahead. You can wear a dress. They're trying to say, stop making it a boundary. But it's going too far when you're saying, oh, you can't say that you're a boy or you can't say you're a girl. That's a little ridiculous.
Well, you know what? My mom.
I need another drink and I'm out.
Your mom.
I mean, halfway through.
You don't get to make decisions until you're an adult and can take care of yourself. There it is. There. You 5 years old. You can't take care of yourself. So when you in my house, you a 5-year-old boy. You're going to be raised as a 5-year-old boy. Now, when you get 16, 17, 18, you want to identify.
And that's why they say these kids go in and shoot up the high school because they lost their mind because they are suppressed and depressed.
That's bull. Well,
I'm
okay.
just telling you.
Question. Okay. I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings, but we didn't have that shit when we was coming up. Well, they ain't suppressed. They're being taught that. They don't even know about that shit.
Listen,
they're being taught that.
Just like you're teaching yours to say that they're gonna be boys and not girls. They not. What I'm saying to you, I'm just saying.
I'll tell you what. I've raised 3 boys. I've raised 3 boys. I've told them that. I helped raise 2 grandsons, now 3 grandsons. I ain't never had none of my sons shoot up a damn school. They was not suppressed. They did not.
That's because they're not gay. They're not.
Okay.
They're not.
So you're saying that 5-year-olds? Okay. Well, you know what? God bless them.
Imagine if one of them felt like they wanted to be a woman. How do you think they would be able to tell you that? They would feel, oh my God, my mother is gonna. So what they're gonna do? They're gonna get depressed. They're gonna suppress it because they don't want their parent to be ashamed of them or not love them. That's where all that craziness comes from.
Okay, so then you tell your children, listen, if you see that your child at 5 or 6 years old is trying to identify as the opposite sex, you have that conversation with them.
What's the conversation?
I don't know what to have it. My kids are grown.
But what would you tell yours? You would say what? No, you're not.
I honestly, I would be lying to you. It's not the problem, Vixx. It's not.
Oh my
People
God.
are, you know what the problem is?
I need a drink.
These damn adults don't know how to be parents. You're allowing your children to raise themselves. You are the fucking parent. Raise your kids.
So you're going to tell them that they're going to be.
I'm going to sit down and tell them, you know what? Right now, you're 5 years old and you're a little boy. And so you're going to wear jeans and you're going to, you know what I'm saying? And as you get older and you still feel that you want to do this, then we'll deal with it. But at 5 years old, I'm not putting a dress on my 5-year-old son.
I'm not saying none of this. This is not I'm just telling you.
So if you're out there and you're listening, I'm not hating on you. I'm not homophobic. I love everybody. But children need not. When do children start having these issues? Because there's hundreds of thousands of gay people when we were coming up. No kids. I mean, coming out, yeah, it was a little bit harder back when we were coming up. But we didn't have these issues. People wasn't shooting up schools. So where are these kids coming at? We can't be who we are to shoot the school up. Bullshit. They seeing this shit on because you're allowing your kids to watch everything on TV and you're not raising your children right. You're allowing the TVs and the social media to raise your kids. Sit down and talk to your damn children and tell them right now, this is how I feel. This is how I feel.
Listen.
Old enough to buy you a dress, then go buy you a damn dress. But as long as I'm raising you and I'm working, I'm buying you some damn Levi's. And that's how it is.
Okay, hey, I'm all for it. Like my grandsons, I'm going to put them in pants. I'm not going to say, which one you want to wear, the dress or the pants? I'm going to automatically put them in pants, right? Because he's a boy, he's got his tennis shoes on, whatever. I'm just saying that at some point, what if one of them says, I don't want to wear that one. I want to wear one like my sister. Then you're going to be like, oh, no. Yeah, you're like, oh, shoot, what's going on here? That's when they feel.
What would you do?
I wouldn't put a dress on them. I say, no, that's your sister's. You can wear this. Now, but I'm just saying, now, if he just is adamant about it, it might be just because he's used to seeing his sister wear it, and it's a phase. I mean, like I said, when I was a kid, I was around my dad, and I wanted to be like my dad. So, yeah, but I grew out of it. I know it's just being a tomboy. There's a little bit of a difference there. But like that's what they're trying to figure out. When kids can get to the point where they identify to this.
Well, they cannot identify until they can take care of themselves.
You can't say that.
How?
Because how you gonna tell somebody when you able to take care of yourself? That you know how strongly they feel. They strongly feel the same way as somebody told you that you were a boy, and you're gonna dress like a boy.
You're telling me that I'm going to sit in my home. Maybe I'm just a different breed.
No, I'm serious. Listen,
it's you just tell me I'm gonna sit here and tell my 5-year-old we finna argue that
arguing.
Not me and you, no boo.
No.
My grandson, because he gonna tell me I want to wear a dress, and I'm gonna say, girl, boo. I don't know how to have that conversation. I don't understand it.
Well, that's what they're trying to figure out, how to get people to.
I think as long as you're parenting, you allow your kids, you raise your kids as what they were born as, and you let them make that decision when they get of age to understand it.
Right.
Because right now it's a lot of it, and I'm not saying this for everybody. A lot of it is a fad. Kids are seeing it because it's thrown in our face on TV, and even heterosexual sex, right? Because you have a whole bunch of little girls out here just being buck wild because they see it on TV and social media. So it's not just gay, it's both. But they see so much on TV and social media that,
they see it with everything. I mean, everything.
You know, you have to teach, like, listen, until you get old enough to make that decision, then you can make that decision. I wouldn't bash it, but I'm going to tell them until you get old enough to make that decision that you really want to live this lifestyle, you're going to have to do what mama say for right now. But you talk to your children, because children can get depressed or something. As you see it getting older, then you may have to deal with that. And I don't know. I've never had to deal with that. And I wouldn't know how to handle it. Not because I wouldn't want my kid to be gay, but I wouldn't know how to handle it. That's a tough thing.
Well, that's the point, is they're trying to make it easier for kids to be able to have these conversations with their parents. And they're trying to get the parents to be more open-minded about the fact that your kid could be. But I get what you're saying, because it's like, hey, if you're just going to let them go free willy all over the place, they're going to just try everything they see. So it's like, hey, I might want to be a girl today. I want to be a boy. I don't know what I want to be. I don't know. So I understand what you're saying, but.
So Melina says halfway is respecting each other's free will without offense. Exactly. So if somebody gay comes in and says, you know, I'm gay and I want to do this, and I say to them, well, I don't believe in, you know.
Would you even have to say that?
I don't believe. If we're having we should be able to have that conversation. So if you came, if me and you have this conversation, and I say, you know what, I personally don't believe in homosexuality. I believe that man and woman should be together. That's how God, you know, made us, man and woman. But here's what we don't do. But listen, I love you and who you are and respect you and want you to be happy and live your life without no judgment. I have no problem with someone wanting to be with the same sex if that's what makes you happy, because you can't live your life based on what I want, and I can't live my life based on what you want. But let's respect each other. Don't call me homophobic because I don't want my sons to be with men.
I think it goes back to almost like it's like religion. like we all might have different religions, but in the workplace, we don't talk about our religions very much. Nobody really knows what religion a person is unless they start talking to them about it, because they don't broadcast it. You're not going to go into work, with your Bible, and you're not going to be doing all this flaunting around and preaching to everybody. You keep it where you keep it, right? So that's why they feel like, okay, keep it, where it's at. You're not out in the street preaching and talking, and doing all this kind of stuff and carrying a cross around. So why do you need to broadcast your sexuality all over the place? So,
Well,
I mean, in that respect, I would understand it. But yeah, it's like, okay, we do have to have some boundaries on certain things, because now you're pushing your rights onto me. Like I said, the restroom thing, the bathroom thing, that's kind of like, okay, you can't take my safety out of consideration because you just want to be who you want to be. Everybody got to have their own respect. And if you're assigned a certain thing, that's how you got to be. Not that you can't say I identify with being, but the problem is sometimes when you're not totally transgender, you're scared that, or embarrassed that you don't want people to see you go into the women's restroom and you look like a man, because then they're like, well, why is this man going in the bathroom? Well, I'm not really a man, I'm really a woman. Well, now we got a problem. Now I'm embarrassed, humiliated, or whatever. So that's a problem. But now I think it's good that they've gotten to the point where they got a bathroom. You can kind of go in by yourself or whatever. But they're just trying to make these changes for all this accommodating and stuff. And it's just,
absolutely should be able to accommodate everybody. I think everybody
yeah.
needs to feel safe.
Yeah.
Honestly, I just want to just say this again. I don't want nobody to think that I'm homophobic, because I'm not. I believe that everybody absolutely have the right to live their life to the fullest and be happy. All I ask from you is that you understand, and not me, because if you come to me, I'll be like, "Do you, boo?" But there are people who I know personally who they don't believe in it. Like, oh no, it's a sin and whatever, and you don't have a right to throw that in somebody's face, right? If you think it's a sin, keep that to yourself and respect them, because they do deserve to be respected. What makes me mad with some of them is that when they want something, like the whole thing in schools, so they want it in schools, it should be in school. There's no halfway. So there's no sitting down at the table with a parent who was heterosexual, who believes in heterosexual views, and saying, this is why I don't want it in the school. And they are saying, well, this is why we do. So maybe we should just meet halfway and say, let's have a classroom for those kids. Maybe
well, I'm trying to figure out is what is it they're talking about? Are they talking about sexuality of what? Of like,
well,
that's what I'm trying to get at. I didn't read it, so I'm trying to figure out what is that. What are they talking about? Are they talking about the anatomy itself? Are they talking about sex education? And
I think what you were just saying about letting kids choose who they want to be at 5 years old.
But they can't choose to say that they're not. They can say, I think it's safe to say I identify with being a girl. Okay, cool. But don't say you are a girl, because you're not a girl yet. You are a female by parts, you're a male by parts in your body. That's who you are. How about now on the inside, who you identify as? That's like I said, I can't walk into some place and say I'm Asian or I'm white or I'm Spanish just because I want to. They ain't gonna let me write that on the application and get away with it. They're gonna be like, hey, but I can go in and say I'm female or I'm male, and I want you to call me she, and I want you to call me he. I want you to go by these particular pronouns or whatever. Is that right? Pronoun, whatever. But you know what I'm saying? They now they're even asking you at job interviews, how do you want to be talked to? You want what do they call? What are they called? Is it pronouns?
Who?
Oh my God. Pronouns. What's it called? You know what I'm saying? When they call you she, he, what are they? Oh my God. Do I have to Google this really?
Bro, what are you? I'm lost of everything you're talking about.
When you go now to a place of business, they will ask you, how do you want to be spoken to as? How do you want to be talked to?
What do you
call it? Is it what? What are they called? Oh my God. You know what I'm talking about. She, he, her, him.
Oh, well, you want to be, I don't know the term you're looking for.
What are they called? What's a pronoun? A pronoun is a noun. A pronoun, yeah.
Be, if they, because some transgenders who are men, like I seen one transgender, he was a man dressed as a woman.
And he did not want, don't call me he.
And the guy called him sir. But he walked, his body, mannerisms and everything was as a man. He sounded like a man. So the guy said sir, and he was ready to fight him.
So now you got to ask him, how do you want to be addressed?
But they shouldn't.
What do you want to use? LinkedIn has a commercial on that too, of when they do the interview.
I'm spitting out chips. I'm sorry. Parents' job I don't know what that is. To set
Sorry,
child
shouldn't talk,
boundaries,
not a-
explain things to them before public schools does it in their way. Sorry, shouldn't talk, not a parent. You have a right for your opinion. Moena says absolutely TV programming, and then my cousin G has came in and said Lakers blew a 20-point lead tonight. Does that mean change the subject, G? Does that mean change the subject? I hear you, my friend. Listen, again, I don't want to waste too much time on it.
Yeah, what happened to what's up on our agenda? Let's
Okay,
move
well, I
on.
just want to close out in saying this before people
Okay.
get upset and be like, "Oh, honey's a homophobic. She's gay bashing." I'm not. I know so many people in that community, and I respect them and love them. And I would have this conversation with them. Why can't we just meet each other halfway? Regardless, let's just say anybody else, even in family issues, it's always got to be one way or the other way. It's my way or the highway. Let's learn to come together and meet and coexist in this world, because there's gay communities, there are heterosexual communities, there's Christians, there's Muslims, there's Jewish, there's
It's a
Democrats,
beautiful country.
we're so colorful and beautiful. And if we could just learn to love each other and accept one another for who they are and stop trying to make everything all about, it's like kids. It's got to be my way, my way. No, it's got to be my way. How about we just meet? All I want us to do is meet together and be respectful of one another and say, you know what, my sister, I expect you as a lesbian woman. Be safe, do you. And she say, you know what, my sister, I respect you as a heterosexual woman. Be safe and I love you. Why can't we just do that?
Care more about the relationship than being correct, right? You got to
Right.
love each other. So
Right.
there.
There's no right way. Let's just love each other, because there's so many evilness going on in the world. Let's just spread love. And that's all I really wanted to say with this. I think when you bring in the kids, for me, it gets difficult.
Well, because I'm saying that because that's where it's starting for a lot of these people. They're talking about, as a child, I felt this way, as this and that. And then they grow up in a different state of mind, and they're trying to get kids to be able to express themselves freely. But I understand it's kind of like, well, you don't really know who you are. But they're trying to say, let them choose and be free with whatever it is. Let them just go haywire.
Well, I love you guys.
I don't know.
I love you, LBG. I'm gonna get
LGBTQ, and then it's IA. Is that what
IA for, y'all?
I forgot what IA meant.
I'm gonna say this as I close out. I tell you what, I need me a Judy. Them gay men, they a bomb. I love y'all. I ain't got no beef with you. And they'll beat your ass too. They can fight them gay. Right. But anyways, let's move on.
Yes.
I have a heck.
Wait. Oh, shoot. I wanted another drink.
Asexual. So that's what it is. Asexual.
Oh yeah. What's the I? You said I.
He said, "I'm coming out as a lesbian." No, I've said. Gee, shut up. A lot of men are lesbians. Okay, you get that right.
Oh, right. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Tiffany. So, can you explain to us, Tiffany, what is asexual?
I think it doesn't identify with anyone either or. I think that's what it means.
So what do y'all do with your private parts?
Huh? They're like I said, there's some people that like to have sex with men and women. They're not bi, but they don't identify as being either one way or the other or something.
Okay. God bless you.
For themselves, I think. I remember I looked it up before, but I can't.
Ain't nothing like a man with a nice penis for me. Don't get mad at me. I love the gays.
Oh my God! You know what? I'm in.
Wait, intersex.
Wait,
what is that, Tiffany? I don't know what that. Oh,
intersex.
Intersex.
So wait, we gotta look that up now.
Okay. While y'all looking it up, I got a really juicy email back this week.
Okay.
Tiffany, G, Moena, Jed, everybody. Oh my God, I hate when my screen does this. Everybody that's listening, this is a juicy one. I want everybody's opinion. What did G say? Laughing my ass off. That sounds like
trisexual.
I don't know what it is. I don't know, but here we go. Listen to this email.
Okay.
I need everybody's opinion. Okay, what is it? Tell me real quick.
Intersex is a general term used for a variety of situations in which a person is born with reproductive or sexual anatomy that doesn't fit the boxes of female or male. Sometimes doctors do surgeries, on intersex babies and children to make their bodies fit binary ideas of male or female. Also, they choose for them.
I ain't gonna talk about that. I'm not gonna talk about that. I'm gonna get to the email back question. Y'all, listen to this.
Okay, go.
Dear honey, I'm so lost for words. I have a fiance who works in corporate America. He was just promoted to manager at his job and got his own office. I went to surprise him with a congratulatory lunch. When I walked into his office, he seemed startled, as if he was busted taking candy out of the candy jar. He seemed to rush me, saying he had a meeting to attend. I just couldn't figure out his behavior and why he was so short with me. I thought I was doing a good thing, meaning by bringing him lunch. Why was he acting as if he didn't want me there? I couldn't figure it out until I stretched out my legs in a position to get up and realized his secretary was under the desk giving him a blowjob.
Oh.
I was horrified. Long story short, he blamed me and said I pushed him to do it because I don't show him any affection. Am I at fault? Should I work on my affection towards him and give him another chance? Signed, humiliated.
So he just needs more blowjobs? Is that what's going on? That's a bunch of BS. Okay.
If they come out with both, they can choose. Okay. So she goes to give her fiance a lunch, like, because he just got promoted, got his own office. She goes to the office. He's acting real strange.
He got his own congratulated.
The secretary is under the desk giving him a congratulatory lunch as they, because she's under the desk.
Oh my God. And why didn't he lock the door? Okay. That's
maybe when she
So what was her question? She said she what?
She said he blamed her and said because he pushed him to do it because she didn't give him affection. So she wants to know, am I at fault? Should I work on my affection towards him and give him another chance? Sign him.
Nope.
Well, I feel like he got his affection.
He got it. Nope.
I don't know. What do you do? Anybody?
No, they haven't. See, we don't know the whole details though. Has he been talking to her about this, telling her that she needs to give him more attention, and how they've been having problems? But first of all, I guess because I'm a woman, maybe it has nothing to do with that. But I just get so sick of people using excuses for that kind of stuff to do things. Well, it's like if you're unhappy with somebody, then you're going to end up leaving them anyway. Just have a conversation and leave then. Why are you doing all this other stuff? How's that going to make your relationship with that person any better? Oh, it's because you didn't show me no attention. Okay, so you go mess with somebody. Well, then break up the person and be with the one else doing your what you call it under the desk, whatever. I don't know.
How is she under the desk? Just
for a decade, she was having some fun.
Kick her ass out of that damn desk. I'm like
fun.
So mean. But I would probably take her head and just choke her, like push her head on his. You're gonna choke on this shit right now. You about to go in to get your tonsils out.
Oh my God.
He said he's a buster for blaming her. Lame as.
Yeah, that's lame. Come on, it's your fault. You don't give me any affection. Okay.
That's what I need. Put that on your email. What? Wait a minute. Which one of these sexes
is giving up the D? That's what I need.
That's what I need. Put that up. Wait, what are you talking? Wait, what does she mean?
I don't know.
Which one of these sexes is giving up
the D? That's what I need.
Yeah, I'm gonna explain
Put that on your email. Which one of these is giving up the D?
What? So D, I mean, is ding-a-ling, right? Well, who does she mean? Which one? Who is the sexes? I'm lost. Y'all know I don't know.
Which one of the sexes is giving up the D? Okay, I don't know what letter to do. Go with no more.
So what would you do if you walked in and caught your? Oh, I get it.
Oh,
LGBTQ is giving up the D. None of them. Wait, lesbian, gay, but I don't think
binary. Well, okay, this is lesbian, gay, binary, transgender, and queer.
Lesbians don't give up.
Which one's giving up the D? Probably the gay, right? Read my text mess. Oh, what?
How did she get up in there?
I'm in trouble. I think my thing is gonna.
Oh, so it says, I want them to only be giving up TBD.
Tibulicious.
Okay, so breaking news just came in. Will Smith slapped Chris Rock at the Oscars because he made a joke about Jada.
What?
Oh, is he serious?
Wait, you making me miss it. What are you doing?
Oh shit!
Turn your phone around. Let me see what's going on.
Did y'all?
Is this now? Wait, go back over here.
Wait a minute.
That was not real, was it? That was not real. Let me see. Yeah, right there. Oh. Oh, wow. He did. He walked up like he was joking, but he like slapped, or punched him or something. So he did his little jokes and he's like, okay, that's not a joke you're going to tell again. What was the joke? Oh, shoot. We got to see. What's the joke? Come on.
Okay, let me wait. Oh my God.
Oh, wait. What was the joke?
I want them to be given. Okay, what is okay, just find me a D. She's crazy. Yes. Oh my God. You just seeing it? It was very real. What?
When was that?
Real.
Early?
He
That
talked
was now,
about Jada. What did he say about Jada, y'all? She looks like G.I. Jane.
Oh, he didn't like that at all. Okay. Well, he didn't like that. G.I. Jane could be a compliment, though. What's her name was pretty hot when she was G.I. Jane, right?
Why did he do that?
Well, he tells jokes for a living.
Him on nationwide TV. He could get arrested.
I mean, but come on, he tells jokes. Why did that piss him off so much?
He said, he
must have said more to it. She has her hair issues, so it's not because she's
her hair is bald. I don't. Oh, so is she? Okay, wait a minute.
Oh, is it on purpose?
No, but Jada is going through something.
Oh.
He got money.
If he gets sued, he don't care. Oh, wow. So he must be like, hey, dude, that's not cool. She's going through something and you know it, and you made a joke like that. That wasn't cool.
Oh, damn. Oh, my God. You guys, that's not going to be good.
I guess that's going to be a topic next week for sure. What happened with that, right?
Wow. He just went up there and slapped his ass, though.
Like, that's a joke you ain't going to tell.
Oh, Chris should have just came back and just ran like, wait a minute, you serious? And ran back.
He just stood back with his hands back like, okay, I guess that wasn't funny.
Don't talk about a man's wife, period. I mean, so
but he tells jokes. That's what he does.
Where do we draw the line on that, too?
Maybe he didn't know his wife. Maybe he didn't know he had that was too far.
Stop talking about each of us. I will be in Dallas this weekend. Oh my God. Oh my God. Will.
Wow.
You know what? We can't even top that. I mean, that's just like, don't talk about a wife's
his wife, period. Wow.
Is she being funny? A wife's man. You know what? Will you be in town? Oh, will you be in town? Because she's in Texas.
I'll be in town.
Wow, this is going to be interesting. This is going to be the next couple of days. This is going to be, you know what? I wonder, is Chris Rock going to press charges?
Probably not.
Well, Will said motherfucker's been testing his gangster too long.
Oh, he's like, oh, y'all think I'm just because I be doing those swinger things. Y'all think I'm a
Well, you know, the thing about Will and Jada, though, they be in so much stuff, you know, with the whole, what's the thing she said when she cheated with the little boy?
She cheated with a little boy? Was that real? I thought that was just some little,
some little
rumor. So she did that.
What did she call that, y'all? Was she entanglement? So
oh
they
my God.
So much but if she has some issues or she's sick about, you know, you should not be been.
But he probably maybe didn't know that. But
No,
still, dang.
No what?
No
Lord
Lord
entanglement. I think that's what she's trying to say. You know it's bad when we can read that kind of stuff. But listen, wow. I don't entanglements, August, yeah. So they be doing stuff so much. If Chris Rock press charges, he's a bitch.
He probably won't.
I feel he should have just been like, wait, dude, I'm hosting. You gonna come slap me? I would have ran off and just like bang, and just came back and kept on hosting.
Kept on talking. I'll tell another joke. Let me tell two more.
Add me to this list. I don't what? What do you mean the list? I am lost. Anyway,
she want to be added to the show so she don't have to type.
Oh, is that
come in? Does she want to come in?
Yeah, we're ending now, but come next week.
That'll be fun. We can talk about what happened.
We can talk. We can definitely
got the goods on
we
stuff.
Can definitely talk about the bitch slap.
Yes,
that took place today. Is that
Who's that? Kim brought it up, huh?
Yeah, because she's probably watching it.
Bring her in live. Okay.
Bring me on live. Bring me because Tiffany must.
She must really want to say something.
All her words and everything, and she's typing too fast. She is ready. In order to bring you in on here, we would have to send you the link, and it takes a minute for you to get it and come on. And it's already 8:05. But be ready for next week, and we will come in and we will pick up where we left off on the bitch slap.
Oh my God.
The bitch slap. So if you're listening and you have, you guys want to comment and, talk to us about our topic today, especially with the LGBTQ community or anything else, is it LGBT community or anything else, please email us at honeyscloset1@gmail.com. That's honeyscloset1, the S on the end of honey. Hit us up on social media at Miss Radio Host. Here it goes. Breaking news.
Oh my God.
Will Smith seemingly slaps Chris Rock on Oscar stage in shock moment after Jada Pinkett Smith joke. Ooh. We're gonna talk about this next week.
This is gonna be a good one. Juicy.
Missy, man, bye. You acting old. We ain't acting old. I'm out. Find the D. She's crazy.
Find the D. Oh so
this hour went by quick, but last week we went like an hour and a half, and I don't want to go that long. I want to.
Yeah, and I got 5% on my computer.
So next week, tune in, same time, same channel. Thanks, Kim, for bringing us in on that. Yeah, this is gonna be on the news, so we'll talk about this.
No more Kanye. We can give Kanye a rest.
She said next.
Please.
Okay, I'm gonna need you, Tiffany, to put your glasses on. X week. Bullshit. I don't know what you're talking about, but Tiffany, this is to you.
And mine is empty, but I got a little drop left. Look.
Yeah. So until next week, stay blessed. Email us if you got something to say. Thank you guys for chiming in. We appreciate you.
Yeah, that was fun.
I have ice in my mouth. And we had some other stuff to talk about, but we'll talk about that next week.
We'll bring it in next week. Yeah.
We'll bring it in next week. I gotta go check out Chris Rock's bitch slap. So hey, God bless. See you guys next week. Remember, always you're far for anything. Peace.